Hey everybody, so I was meant to be in London at a day of amazing events, but unfortunately the trains were a nightmare today and Jax woke up with a temperature at 5 a.m. So I'm home, but that means I can answer all of your questions, so I'm going to jump into them now. I've officially lost count how many times people ask me this. I definitely do want to have another one because I've loved the experience and I love being pregnant and I always wanted to have two, but right now it's not on the cards. I feel like I've just got my life back a little bit, so not yet. I definitely recommend letting your little ones learn to swim. It's such a life skill and you don't want them to be scared of water. We've been doing ours with Giggle and Splash. She's been doing it since she was 3 months old and her progression has been incredible. Not to mention it's great for getting rid of all the snot when you dunk them. It'd have to be Crazy Stupid Love, 1 because Ryan Gosling, hello, and 2 it's just got everything that I want in it, and who doesn't want a guy to do the lift on a first date? Now I'm just thinking about his ripped naked body. I can't speak on behalf of Leon, but for me, I just realized that it felt like no employer was working as hard as I was willing to work, and I realized I wasn't going to get anywhere by working under someone because I always wanted to work harder. So I guess when it was that, and then I just took the plunge because you never work harder than when you just go for it. So the thicker, shorter bands are perfect for booty leg workouts. So I'll definitely film some and share because a lot of you guys are asking, but I'm sure Louise has some that she's going to be sharing too. So keep checking back and I'll make sure to pop something up really soon. I hate that feeling. It's like it's almost awkward to have sex. So when that's the scenario, then I definitely recommend trying to have a date night if you can, just to get that spark back, get some communication, some eye contact, and then maybe just start with kissing. Once you're kissing, generally everything flows. That's such a hard one. I believe that whenever a baby is to come into your life, you'll make sure that you're ready. But you know, when I said, oh, let's think about having a kid, I was like, yeah, it's fine. Then when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, shit. So I think you're always going to have that freak out, but you will always make it work. All have mirth days, and I hate to quote, but the only workout you ever regret not doing is the one that you didn't do. So you kind of need to plan for different types of workouts for days when you just don't feel like it, like dancing, walking, swimming. There's so many ways to move your body. Question, and as someone who's always been terrified of handstands and never felt particularly strong enough, but I've been working on it for a while now and I actually feel a lot more confident, I will happily share a video on this, yay or nay. I can't judge on just that little message, but what I'd probably say is listen to your gut. What does your gut tell you to do? And it's usually pretty correct. Dreaming about your ex doesn't mean you're not over them. I mean, I have dreamt about my ex a lot, and also a lot of other people. It's not normally to do with the person, more to do with the scenario, so you might want to Google the situation. Question, definitely don't have the answers to either of those, but you need to work on liking yourself, because generally when you like yourself, then the confidence radiates, and that's then when people are drawn to your energy. But you can't make people like you. You can, however, make yourself like you. Not gonna lie, it's so much harder now that she is walking because I can't take her anywhere because it's not safe. So I generally wake up at 5:30 and I do a workout here, or I go to the CrossFit box for 6 a.m. and do 6 till 7 before she wakes up. Gonna be filming a whole video on this because lots of you are asking. And it was horrible. I actually was thinking that I didn't know how Jax was going to like me if I wasn't breastfeeding, because I kind of felt like that was my only purpose, and if I wasn't doing that anymore, then what did I need to do to still provide for her? It was a really tricky phase, and hormonally it was hell, but it was the right decision. I actually find it easier without the TV because she kind of focuses on 1 or 2 things that she really wants to play with, and I don't try and keep her busy all the time. No one needs that. I'll let her play, then I'll let her play on her own, then we'll have a cuddle, then we'll go for a walk, and we kind of slowly make our way through the day. I didn't want to get married for exactly this reason. I felt like it was just a big show for everybody else and was all about the photos rather than the moment, which is why we did ours as a surprise. And if you haven't seen it, I've linked it here so you can check it out. So I would say keep as many people out of your big day as possible. Plan it yourself. Probably say it's Stephen, as she spends her whole entire day saying Steve or books. She's obsessed with books, which is really lovely to see because it actually reignited my passion for books. And I love that she is just loving looking, even though she doesn't know what it says. Isn't enough time in the day, and especially because I work when she naps, so I can't even exercise when she's napping. That's why I do it before everybody wakes up. So for me, it is that pivotal 5 a.m. 6 a.m. workout time. You're only one person and you can only do one task at a time, so minimize your to-do list. I found for me that just a list of 3 things, including walking the dog, is enough and means that sometimes you get through it. Personally, and in my opinion, I feel like if you are coming last in a CrossFit session, you are possibly working to your maximum, which is what you're meant to do. To the right weight, it's not easy for you. People who generally come first, unless they're ultra fit, are maybe going too easy. All personal trainers are amazing. A lot of them are not nutritionally qualified, especially in the eating disorder area. So I would always recommend going and seeing someone who is. And then after you've kind of sought that help, then you can look at a personal trainer who can help in other ways. This vest is Sweaty Betty and I literally got it about 2 days ago and I love it, so I'll link it now. actually commissioned these prints from an incredible lady who's in Australia. I was doing this while we were doing at the house renovations, so I've linked as well so you can check it out. She does amazing drawings, and I'm sure she'll create something for you too. Jax's Christmas tree is still in the garden getting very blown away. We'll be digging it up this Christmas ready to have inside the house, and then replanting it every year for as long as it lets us do it. I haven't shared much of her wheeling journey because if I'm honest, I've used a lot more packet foods than I ever thought I would do, and I've also pretty much just reused the meals that we've made. She pretty much eats what we have, so if it's not that I'm traveling and she has packet food, then she's eating what I'm eating, but I can do a video on this. That's it for the time answering questions, because I'm now going to go and film a video for you guys for Monday. I hope you guys are enjoying, and if there's any topics you'd like to see me talk about, especially for Sexy series, please pop them in here so I can make sure that I film it.